guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be my fast, easy, and quick fresh face look. I know a lot of you guys have noticed I've been wearing my fresh face look, and I've been seeing those comments saying, why do you look different today? There's something different about you. That's right, you don't have your signature wing. I'm not flying. But I've been getting good feedback, and I want to say thank you guys so much because you guys have been enjoying this fresh face look. Also, I'm super excited because I am partnering with Sigma today. I'm going to be introducing their new Chroma Glow palette that just launched. You guys know I have been using Sigma forever. Like if you watch any of my tutorials, 99.9% of the brushes are Sigma. I was a lover of Sigma before. Like I bought Sigma before I even had like a real channel. Oh my gosh. So it's so freaking cool to be doing this partnership. I kind of like talk about it in like the tutorial. I want to give a big thank you to you guys. Without you guys watching my stuff and following my social media and just supporting me in general, things like this would not happen. So I'm gonna hook you guys up. In the video, you guys will see me introduce some products like the Chroma Glow palette that just launched, as well as their Volume 2 Warm Neutrals palette. Now, I have doubles of those, so I'm really excited because I'm gonna do a giveaway with those two, but that's just not it. That's not where it stops. And then, when they sent my PR package, I was blown away. I thought it was super generous, and one of the things I was like, what? They sent me this? The most amazing thing ever. And the first thing that came to my head was, I gotta give it back to you guys because I have plenty of brushes. They have sent me plenty of brushes. I have brought brushes. I have plenty. I do not need any more. So if I would keep this, it would just be ridiculous. I gotta give it away. And this is the Chrome Extravaganza Chrome Kit. Holy crap, this is amazing. I remember getting this kit. They gave one to me and to my mom when I had my meet and greet, and I was just so excited to have this. It has everything you need along with like the whole brush book. Like when you open it up, all the brushes are placed in little slots and they're all packaged really nicely. And I definitely wanted to give this away. Yeah, I just wanted to give away now. I can't wait for Christmas, even though I will have holiday giveaways, but let's just do an early one. Hey, I don't know, Turkey Day is coming up. We can just make it like that. So I'm gonna leave all the rules and everything down below, and good luck. Alright guys, well now we're gonna move on to the tutorial on how I get this fresh glowy look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you're excited for the giveaway, and subscribe to my channel, and let's get on with it. So let's get started. First thing I do is always moisturize my face. My favorite moisturizer has been the Tatcha Water Cream. It's just really amazing underneath makeup. It doesn't make my makeup slip, and I know that I'm still adding the moisture that my skin needs. On to my primer. Now my skin's been kind of like funny. I'm usually a combo. I'm oily in my T-zone and normal all around, but now that the weather has been changing, my skin has definitely changed, and I'm getting oily just mainly in these areas right here where my larger pores are, and slightly on my forehead and chin. Now, in order to combat that, I'm gonna use the Pore Minimizing Primer just in those areas. And then all around, I'm going to use the Smashbox Primer Oil. Now, this has been helping me just because the perimeter of my skin has been acting a little bit funky. It's been dry, not super dry, but I noticed dry patches in my foundation clinging to it, and my skin hasn't looked as vibrant, and I don't want my skin to look dull, so this definitely has been helping. I move on to eyes, so I already went ahead and did my eyebrows. You can go ahead and do a bold brow if you want to, a more fluttery brow. I have been more into like, did I say fluttery? Flutter, flutter, flutter. What I meant was bushy, so I went ahead and just used a pencil on my brows, and I've just been using the Maybelline I'm still using. It is almost gone. You can tell I've been using this thing like crazy because look at the handle. Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, so I'm just going to bring that through the brows, and I'm just using this just to kind of fluff up my brows, and I bring it through my hairs. I like bold brows, and I don't know, I like fluffing it up just because it gives a more finished, unfinished look. Like I'm trying, but I really didn't. Am I making sense? Now I'm going to brighten my eye, and I'm just going to take some Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using my Sigma 3D HD blender. It comes in black and also pink, but right now it's been sold out, so I'm so sorry if it still is. I'm not sure when it's going to come back in stock, but hopefully soon, because honestly, this is like my favorite sponge. I've been using it in all my past videos, and I know you guys have heard me talk about this like a million times. I just love all the different shapes and sides, how I can bake on this side, blend on one side, cut my contour on another, and I get like so many different uses out of one sponge as opposed to it being all the way around like a beauty blender. And I feel like once you use it once with your makeup look, I feel like you buff all the products in and then you set it, and then there's powder everywhere all over the sponge, and then it's kind of like, That's it. I'm going for a more fresh look. I want something that's more of my skin tone and where it still brightens out my eyes so I look awake. I just want it more balanced just so it looks bright, awake, and still will blend in. And then next I'll use the Sigma Small Tapered Highlighter. The F35? Yeah, F35. Oh wow, I knew the number. And then I'm just gonna set my eye with the Laura Mercier powder. Next up is shadow. I do add some shadow for definition and also to make my eye look more alive and pop. Well, I don't want my eye to pop out of its socket, just like pop like it's awake. So next I'm going to go into the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2. Now this is Volume 2 and it is on Nordstrom, I believe, right now. And this is what it looks like. Now the Volume 1 used to be one of my favorite Sigma palettes. I have it still today. I annihilated this palette. Like, look how filthy it is. Oh, I remember using this like years ago. I'm going to go into Toasty right here. And I always add like a warm transition shade into my eye just to give more definition, like I said. Now going back to that neutral palette Volume 1, like it's just so crazy. Like to me, it's so dope that I'm collaborating with Sigma on this video because I would buy Sigma on my own before I even had like a true channel with viewers and I was, you know, putting out videos. Sigma was actually my very first purchase, like real brushes, like a whole set, because I thought it was such a good deal. And the only other brushes that I knew of like at the time were like MAC that I really knew about, but those were just so pricey. And I remember buying like the Essential set, but it had all the different brushes and I still actually have a lot of them today, except Nani chewed up one of them or a couple of them. I think it's really cool that I get to work with brands that I used to purchase their products all the time and just watch other girls show their products, and now look what it can turn into. It's crazy. I just do a slight blowed out crease. This is the E40. If you have issues with blending, this is probably one of my favorite ones in the E38. I always say tools really make a big difference. If you're ever feeling like frustrated, like shit, I can't blend, this is so annoying, like how come I can't do it? You just gotta upgrade your tools. Bomb tools can really make a difference, and it can make like cheaper makeup work like high end, but not necessarily that high end's always the best. FYI, I just wanna like put that out there because I love drugstore, but it can bring like your makeup to a whole nother level. Okay, so we're not done with the eyes, but this is when I move on to my face. I don't do any wing liner or anything like that because if I was, then I would do that first. I use Tarte Shape Tape again in medium underneath my eyes. Going back into my sponge, here's a good example. I turn it and I have a clean side. So if I want to use this side, I can go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to blend this baby out. So I'm just bringing a little bit of concealer right here. Spider Bite is almost healed, people. Almost healed. So happy. And there we go. When I said, here we go, I was thinking, it's a me, Mario. You guys, I really want a Nintendo Switch. Santa, can I have one? To my tapered brush, and I'm just gonna put Laura Mercier. The other areas where I put a little bit more concealer, blending that out. I don't let my under eye bake because then that's when it starts looking dry. So now that I went ahead and set the under eye, sorry, I'm like laughing because I just stuttered so many times. I was like, sometimes when I get a little bit too hyped, I talk so fast, and sorry you guys if I do that. Sorry. I'm just like, Next, I'm going to set the rest of my face, and I'm obviously not using foundation. And well, I don't want to say obviously, but I'm not going to be using foundation just because I feel like foundation can make the face look sometimes heavy and not as fresh as it could be. And sometimes you don't always need a foundation. Tarte BB Cream, Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation in Medium Tan Honey. I am hitting pan once again. This is my top powder. One of my favorite ones. My other favorite one, for drugstore, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This has pretty decent coverage once you build it up. And I also like the IT Cosmetics Celebration Illumination Powder Foundation. So I'm just taking my powder brush. I would tell you what the name is, but this is how long I've had this brush that everything just came off. I'm just gonna start swirling this around, swirling the powder foundation all around, even to hit that low neck. And now I'm just balancing out my face. And that's another reason why I use a concealer that's not too brightening underneath, because see, I just want it balanced. I don't want it to make it obvious, oh, I highlighted my under eyes. I mean, you could do that. Still looks fresh, it's not overdone, and I didn't have to mess with any foundation or blending out foundation and setting my foundation, so less layers. Now we're going to dip into the Chroma Glow palette, and this just launched from Sigma. I think the packaging looks so cool, so psychedelic, dude, like, yeah. Here are the colors in the bag. Sorry, I'm silly, you guys know that. And this is what it comes with a mirror, and this is what the palette looks like. It's really beautiful, has a lot of duochrome, and you can use this for so many different ways, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So 2 of my favorite brushes, I'm not talking about highlighting for my face, I'm talking about my eyes, are these 2 right here. Now they're basically like the mama and the baby. So the mama is the shader lid Eat 56. Now this is great to get into the inner corner right here, up at the brow bone. You can go down the cupid's bow if you want to do the tip of the nose, look at the flick of the wrist. Or there's a shader inner corner right here that is smaller than the mama. I mean, I use both of them equally just because I have enough lid space, so I can use this for my inner corner right here. But I usually use this one for my brow bone and around the face. And this one is super detailed, so if you were going to pick one, I suggest this one just because this can get in all the nooks and crannies, and you can get really precise with this one. Tip of nose as well, inner corner, also brow bone. You don't just have to use it only for the inner corners. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of Peaceful, and we're going to put this right underneath my brow bone just to give a little pop. This also helps like lift the brow too. And then just hit that other side right there. Now, even though this is a fresh face, you can still put like a little pop of color or a little bit of like splash of some fun shades, which I think is really cool instead of doing like the typical champagne on the inner corner. So we can go into Felicity right here, which is like this beautiful like lilac opalescent, and you're gonna see what this baby does. It's really, really pretty. So shader inner corner again. And now we're gonna pop that right in the inner corner. It's just such a fun pop of color, yet it's wearable. I love the way it looks because it reflects like a frost, but then you see like the lilac, like the pinky in it. I don't know, it's so pretty. I just think it's just like the prettiest pop because you guys know I obviously wear more wearable looks because I know you guys aren't here for like crazy colorful looks because that's not on my channel. But like little pops of color and for you to jump out of your little comfort zone, this is perfect. This is probably one of the most wearable, more lilac-y shades that you can put in your inner corner. Curl the lashes. I use the Shiseido, sorry, did I say Shiseido? Shiseido lash curler, and look at that. It curls your lashes. Just look. Gonna add a mascara. I am trying this one out. You guys know I love waterproof mascaras, but this one is waterproof. This is just the Origins Ginseng Brightening Mascara to lengthen and lift. I already got it on my eyelid. But yeah, I usually use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise or the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes. Now when it comes to bronzing around my face or contouring, I don't do a ton of it. I just kind of like hit those points just to kind of warm up my face. So my favorite brush is always a small dual fiber. I always use this for every freaking tutorial whenever I do one. And it just really helps me diffuse my contour because I'm not the best at that. And the brushes really help me. So I'm just going to use the Maybelline Master Contour Kit. It's one of my favorite ones. I just like to just diffuse it all over and just kind of add a little bit of definition just so my whole face just isn't just completely round. Move on to a blush, and I'll just use the same exact brush, and this is the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine, and I just add something that's not too pinky, just kind of like gives me some color. I am a blush fan though, so I usually sometimes go a little bit too ham. Just a little bit of color, just add this right there. Now we're gonna move on to highlight. Now we're gonna go back into this palette and we're gonna take a little bit of Ambrosia, and we're also gonna mix it in with Bedazzle because I like peachy highlights to kind of go with the blush a little. So a little bit of Ambrosia and a little bit of Bedazzle. I always like to just mix. I am definitely a fan of glowy skin. I know some people aren't, but I definitely love it. I'm not into the flat matte, but hey, we all have our, you know, our likes. And there we go. And it just melts right into the skin. I like anything that's gonna give a really nice glow or lit from within. I don't like anything with glitter or any of that, and none of these have glitter, so yes. Back into Peaceful, and we're just gonna add a little bit down the nose, very little, and then just a little bit at the tip of the nose. I've been doing my Cupid's bow, I don't know, I just like it, and just very little on my chin. Did you guys hear when I said chin? My throat was getting dry. It's like, chin? And then I just go over it just to kind of blend it out. Not too like, psh, lightning bolt. I'm not into like the whole lightning bolt look unless like I'm doing a super dramatic look for like nighttime, but I like the more like natural glow. Like I woke up like this. And if you wanted to, you could always dip into like maybe Lush or Bedazzle. So let's go a little bit into a Lush, and you can add it just like right over the cheeks, just very lightly. just so your cheeks have like a nice sheen. Be light-handed with this. And then also for this palette, you can obviously use this on your eye, and there's like a ton of beautiful combinations you can do. You can layer them. You can get a lot of duochrome goodness. The options are limited. And last but not least are lips. But this is the Dior Fluid Stick in number 286. When I do fresh makeup, I love a more glossy lip because I think it looks really nice and hydrated and plump. Nothing that's too like vinyl though, just more like I put a light gloss, like I'm not trying again. I'm not trying, but I woke up like this. To add some makeup setting spray, this is the Makeup Fixing Mist from Pixi. I've been using this a ton. And then when I put on the setting spray, I just feel like it hits all those spots perfectly, so it makes my skin look even more dewy. And I love that. Look at that. Alright guys, I am back, and one last step I forgot to do is I have some cold shoulders. So, cold shoulder is the type of shirt, not that my shoulders are literally cold. I'm going to dip into Ambrosia, and I'm going to hit those shoulders right there. Look at that. Ooh. Bam, bam. Add just a little bit of glow right here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, you just want to roll your shoulders all day long. Alright guys, and we are done. That is it. This routine honestly takes me like about 10 minutes or less. Obviously the video is longer because I'm explaining everything and showing you all the different products, but I love this routine just because it's fast, it's quick, I get out the door, I still feel complete, yet I still feel like I'm not too overdone. This is great for every day. I know a lot of you have been complimenting me, so I want to say thank you because you guys have been saying, I love this fresh face you've been doing, can you do a tutorial? Or I've been getting comments saying, I love you without a wing, and I really appreciate those comments. You guys have no idea because I do read them. I do. Alright guys, well that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed because it is free. $99, literally free. And also don't forget to click that little notification because if you don't click it, you ain't with it. And that means you won't always see my videos whenever they upload on YouTube. Unfortunately, that's just how it is now. So you gotta make sure you click that bell. Also, good luck on the giveaway. I love you guys so much and I'll see you fine apples in the next one. Mwah!